Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so the Trunks and Broly card got their LR Awakening on Global today. They continued with this sort of accelerated process where JP, after the Tech Trunks dropped, it took 2 months between each of the phases, right? When they awakened into the TUR, then when they awakened into an LR, there was 2 months between each of those steps. Whereas for Global, it has only been one. Basically, every celebration from the start of the year, so January, February, March, we've gotten these 3 steps. Now, hopefully, that means that this is because maybe they could get a same time EZA, and that's why they've rushed them to get up to LR. Maybe for Saiyan Day, perhaps, if the Saiyan Day could be something Broly related, maybe. Broly movie even, if it's not a Broly. We know Tech Broly LR is probably due for an EZA, so this would be pretty cool if they did this so we could get a same time EZA. But we are going to take a look at them here now at their LR form. I had them fully link leveled. Obviously, they've gained legendary power, so we got that up to 10. I've got their equips that I farmed. I talked about that in a previous video if you want to look it up on the channel for the best orbs and how to farm them. I went for the mix of additional and dodge because they do have some ability to crit built into their kit. So we'll take a look at them here. They have a time traveler's lead for 80%, which, I mean, for a free-to-play unit, that's not bad. But we're not going to be using them as a leader anytime soon. Their super attacks, the 12 key raise attack and defense for 1 turn does colossal damage. The 18 key raise attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal and greatly lowers defense. So they do raise attack and defense on both their supers. So any additionals, we get the extra defense raise. And then we have their passive, battles fought in another world. That's a great passive name. Key 4, attack and defense 100%. Randomly change key spheres of a certain type to rainbow as the first or third attacker at the start of the turn. Then they get an additional 2 key per rainbow key sphere obtained, as well as 20% attack per rainbow key sphere obtained. Then they launch 2 additional attacks, each of which has a medium chance of becoming a super, so that's 30%. High chance of performing a crit, so they just have 50% chance to crit built in. Then they get an additional attack and defense 40% when performing a super. They get an additional attack and defense 31% and reduce damage received by 8% within the same turn with each super attack performed. So that means they get the 40% and the 31% with the first super attack that they do. So on super, and then they get the 30% from their actual super attack effect as well. So you can see here, we're using them on the 200% Super Saiyans team. We do have some support here from Physical Bardock. They're starting off at 192k. So they'll get 40% from their passive, which is almost 100k, right? So that's going to go up to close to 300. Then they get the 31%. So we're looking at nearly 400. Then they get the 30% from their actual super attack effect as well. So we are talking about them getting close to 500k defense with only 1 super. And then that 1 super attack does give them the 8% damage reduction as well. So the more supers they get, the more they buff their stats, but also get more damage reduction. So we'll see how we get on here in this first turn. We can only get the 1 rainbow orb, sadly. So we're not getting a huge attack buff here. We have Saiyan Warrior Race prepared for battle, Super Saiyan and Legendary Power active. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what they do here. Of course he did. Okay. The first attack that Bardock takes the biggest damage, of course it was going to be a super. Alright. I see you, so okay. And now he's sealed, of course, but... Alright, so first attack stat, 6.7 million, not bad. Now, can we get any additionals from these 2 attacks from the passive? Because 30% isn't the craziest. We get the crit, so that's good. Additional normal. We do get the second one become a super, so that's 5.2. That gives us another 31% buff, and now we have 16% damage reduction. And then we get the hidden potential as well. So that's another 30% buff, and we have 24% damage reduction. So at this point, they now have, what? Around 700k defense and 24% damage reduction, which means, considering they're a free-to-play unit, they'll be tanking like all normal attacks in the game, at least on global currently, right? So post-supers on this turn, they would be tanking all normal attacks in the game, which is pretty good. And then an enemy that does like 1,000,000 damage super, which, let's be fair, the hardest bosses in the game on global are Zamasu and Omega, and they do hit harder than that. But if we were to say 1,000,000 damage super attack, they would eat that fairly nicely as well, because 24% damage reduction puts that down to like 7.5 or 750k, and they had around 700k defense, so that is pretty good. I want to get Heart Virus Goku floated off because I wanted him to be the slot 1 unit, but unfortunately this isn't the best slot 1 turn for anyone else on this rotation, so I'll have to just do that on the next turn, I guess. I wanted to get more as many links active as possible, but they're going to have the other rotation is going to have how do I do this? Let's do this. The other rotation is going to have Tech Carnival Goku, so they can make do on the next turn. Not going to get a lot of key for the LR Super Saiyans, but that's fine. Yeah, see, I'm glad I didn't put Trunks in slot 1 now. Definitely need to recover some HP here. Taking some big hits early on. Of course, we are here battling the global exclusive Limit Breaker second form cell. Still absolutely no idea what caused this to occur and why it hasn't been fixed, but you know, it's all good. We love to see it. That Limit Breaker aura on second form cell. Yeah, Trunks going to go off here. He might actually kill him depending on whether he gets all of the super attacks or not. But yeah, Trunks and Broly, the interesting thing about them is their link partners are not the craziest. Like, they do share a lot of common Super Saiyan links. But what's interesting is they share 5 links with the STR Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegito, who obviously just got their EZA on JP. And they're both on the Super Saiyans team. So that would certainly be an interesting setup for them. Decent links. I don't want Goku to kill. Goku potentially is just going to revive this turn as well. Now, they do have an active skill, which we didn't talk about. So the active skill can be activated when HP is 40% or less, or starting from turn 6. Gives them plus 20 key, 60% attack, and attacks guaranteed to hit for 1 turn. So it's basically guaranteed 24 key super, 60% extra attack, which will be nice. Should I just keep Bardock on rotation here? Will he kill? I don't think he will, but like, you just get killed, I imagine, if we put you in slot 1, considering we've got no guard. So let's do that. We can get 2 rainbow orbs. So if we do get to attack with them, we get a nice little bit of extra attack, but I'm not sure if Bardock will kill. I mean, Bardock doesn't have a crazy attack stat, but he has got type advantage. Okay, perfect. Of course. Okay. Suffering from success. We would love to get an additional super with him normally in difficult content because we get the extra defense. But he has his like guard and everything active now, so he should be fine. Yeah. Alright, so Trunks and Broly, 2 rainbow orbs, 7.4 for the first attack stat, so that's pretty good. This should obviously kill, I think, even if we don't get a crit, but yeah, nice. Okay, so I lost way too much health like right at the beginning, which is super annoying. I guess we do this. Do this. And then grab all these int orbs. There we go. Alright, if you could just dodge this. No? Alright. Wow, he still took 246. That's crazy. This Heart Virus Goku was like an interesting option for the Super Saiyan team when the 200% LR Super Saiyans like dropped against specific enemies. Like if you're against an int enemy, like funnily enough, he could actually be alright in the Fusion Zamasu stage because he has the damage reduction and the dodge, but like his EZA will be super good. I'm very much looking forward to his EZA because he could definitely come back, because the Super Saiyan team, I think one of the biggest things they're lacking is really good slot 1 units for the more difficult content. So if that Heart Virus Goku gets an EZA sometime soon, he'll be a really, really good slot 1 unit for this team. And yeah, he shares 5 links with Trunks and Broly. So by having LRs floating in slot 3 for the showcase, If we can get Heart Virus Goku onto the other rotation and have him in slot 1, then the LR in slot 3 will be giving Trunks and Broly legendary power, and they'll have 6 out of 7 links active. So, although we've been quite unfortunate with the way this has gone down, because not only have we lost a lot of HP, but we've kind of got into that annoying situation where, like, you keep getting onto the turn with the unit you want to showcase, but the boss is basically dead. I mean, the Super Saiyans could crit here and potentially kill him, I guess, but they didn't. They should eat this after 3 supers, though, right? Yeah. Alright, well, fortunately, we can just go ahead and get them to attack here. Oh, we can get 3 rainbow orbs as well. So that's good. We'll do that. Do that. We'll do that. And then what we should be able to do next turn is I can put Carnival Goku in slot 1, Heart Virus Goku in slot 3. Carnival Goku will get killed straight away. And then that kind of helps us with fixing up the rotations a little bit. So it's not bad. 3 rainbow orbs, pretty decent attack stat. We didn't have legendary power active. But yeah, now I can just do this. Heart Virus Goku gets killed by the... because he always super attacks in slot 1, right? So Heart Virus Goku's just going to get killed here. And then that sets us up nicely. We get back in with... Bro dodged. Are you serious? Oh, man. You couldn't make that up. Bro just dodged. Well, that happened. I'm not sure what his dodge even is. It's not even that high. We'll check what Birdcoo's dodge is after this. But that's crazy. I wanted to heal. Heart Virus Goku might die. Well, okay, no. I was going to say, Heart Virus Goku might have died. But I actually can't believe he dodged. Bro, seriously? He had one job on that turn, which was to die. And now I think we just die on this turn, right? Well, I guess if we use their active skill, they'll get all their defense. But, bro, what a turn. I can't believe that. What dodge does he actually have? I think he has a little bit. I don't think it's just 3, but... Oh, it's 4. He has 4 dodge. Because, yeah, he got 3... I gave him 3 dodge in the hidden potential, and then this skill orb gives him 1 extra dodge. So he had a 4% chance to dodge that attack, which he then dodged. So, crazy. Right, so let's go for... Let's make sure the animations are off for you. So we'll do that. Not going to do crazy damage because we didn't do a lot of attacks with them last turn, so that's fine. And that gives them start of turn 648k. Now we don't want to see Trunks and Broly. We want to see Trunks and Broly attack. We don't want to see them fail because of the bad rotations. I'm going to use a Whis here. I know it does kind of cloud how much damage they would potentially take, but we want to see them pop off. So we're going to use the active skill here. So this is basically the thing that was added in as like the story trailer thing. Alright, so we get our big power up. We get our full key. We can get 3 rainbow orbs. I did use the Whis, right? Yep. And then we'll do... I would have liked the rainbow orbs, but okay. Sorry, the physical orbs, but yeah, let's grab those. Alright, so let's see what they do here on this turn. So he supers immediately, which we then just dodged, because of course we did. Watch the Super Saiyans just kill now as well. After they dodge the super and everything. Okay, I think because we got the additional normal, we should be okay. Now, the thing with Trunks and Broly, obviously using them in a showcase setting, we kept them on the rotation. When you're running the 200% Super Saiyans team with the LR as the leader, you're kind of stuck with, you don't really want to float them. So they're going to be in slot 12.7. Ooh. I mean, their active skill is a multiplicative 60% attack buff. But yeah, 12.7. And then their normals do decent damage. We didn't get either of their passive additionals becoming a super, though. And we didn't get the hidden potential. So even though we used the active skill, in terms of the RNG, that's their worst possible turn. And when you're using the active skill that gives them the massive attack buff, that's the turn where you really don't want to get the bad RNG. That's the turn where you want to get additional supers, right? So now Birdcoo should still die if we put him in slot 1 and then revive, because then we could see one more attack with Trunks and Broly potentially. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter because whatever their next attack is, they're just going to kill him. Oh, Birdcoo. Look at him. I mean, I know Cell's not the toughest boss, but... Well, there you go. They got a 12 million on their active skill turn. Now, as I was going to say, in a showcase saying we wanted to keep them on rotation to see what they could do. If you're running the 200% Super Saiyans team, you don't want to float them off because they keep their stacks for 3 turns. So ideally, when you run the LR Super Saiyan team, what you want to do... Yeah, we did have the Whis. What you ideally want to do is have one of the LR Super Saiyans on both main rotations, and then you have like a good defender in slot 1. So Trunks and Broly can be in slot 3, where they can do some decent damage. If they get their super attacks off, they have decent defense with damage reduction. But by having them as a slot 3 floating unit on the team, on the next turn when they come around, the slot 3 unit that got floated off, when they come back 3 turns later, they always appear in slot 1. And part of their passive is if they're in slot 1 at the start of the turn, they create rainbow orbs. So that will help the LR Super Saiyans with getting as many orbs as possible, right? Because they want 9 orbs, so they can do their additionals. But then it also means they create the rainbow orbs for themselves in order to then get that extra attack buff. So yeah, definitely a very good unit. The only issue for them is going to be most of their defense and their damage reduction comes from super attacking, and they are tech. So on global right now, with the toughest bosses being Zamasu and Omega, they're not super good for the current meta, but it would be interesting. I don't think I've seen anyone on JP take them into any of the anniversary content, so maybe we'll try that out tomorrow, like go over to JP, take them into the Gogeta event or something, because again, they link very well with the STR Goku and Vegeta, who now have an EZA on JP, so I'd be quite interested to check out that rotation, so might do that as a video for tomorrow or something. But let me know what you guys think of Trunks and Broly. Hopefully you guys managed to get yours LR'd without the issue. Hopefully that will be fixed. Can't remember if I mentioned that at the very beginning, but the limited medals that you can only buy 318 of, the ones that cost less, there seems to be an issue where some players, when you've bought those medals and try to EZA the unit, the game just crashes. But if you buy the ones that have the no limit that cost the 6 barber points instead of 3, those ones work and allow you to actually awaken the unit. So the thing is, they're going to get an EZA eventually, right? So I have a spare SA5 copy. Ideally, when they address and fix the issue, I'll then just be able to buy these 318 in order to awaken the spare SA5 copy. But for now, you need to get these ones. And then some people got these ones and they worked fine, but other people are having this issue. So this is probably the safest way to do it as of now. But let me know what you guys think of Trunks and Broly down below in the comment section. Do you think we could see a same time EZA? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.